Hola y bienvenidos a Nuevo Spanish. Hi, and welcome to Nuevo Spanish, where we teach you Spanish with a purpose to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is your on-the-go tool to increase your vocabulary and conversational skills, and it's designed to accompany our Nuevo Spanish online course. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Enroll in our online language school at nuevospanish.com and subscribe to the Nuevo Spanish podcast. Los números. Let's learn the numbers 0 through 10. Repeat after me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was numbers 0 through 10, 10 being 10. Let's learn 11 through 19. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So notice on the numbers 16, 16 through 19, 19, what we're doing is combining the numbers 10, 10, and 6, 6. So what we're saying is 10 and 6. But the spelling is combined into one word. We change the Y to an I and make it one word. 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's move on to the 20s column. 20 is 20. And just like the numbers 16 through 19 say 10 and 6, 10 and 7, the 20s column says 20 and 1, 21, and it's all combined into one word. Let's say 20 through 29. Repeat after me. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Muy bien. Very good. Excelente. Let's move on to the rest of the numbers. The remaining numbers are spelled out using the following rule. The number in the tens column, the word y, which means and the single number. So just like we said, 16 is 16, 10 and 6, but in our spelling we combine it into one number, 16. 30 through 99 puts all the numbers into their own separate word and we do not combine them. So the word for 30 would be 30. Repeat after me. 30. So if we wanted to say 34, we would say 30 and 4. What would that be? 34. So let's go over all of the tens for 30 through 90. 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90. ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say? ¿Cómo se dice 81? 81. ¿Cómo se dice 47? 47. ¿Cómo se dice 8? 8. ¿Cómo se dice 29? 29. ¿Cómo se dice 12? 12. ¿Cómo se dice 54? 54. ¿Cómo se dice 77? 77. Okay, great job. I recommend listening to this section of the podcast a few times because it's hard to remember all of the tens column, 30, 40, 50, in one sitting. Listen to it over and over and then practice the drill we just did again. Try to get them by yourself without hearing my prompts. And then continue on and we will learn 100, 200, 300. Okay, vamos. Let's work on 100 and above. Repeat after me. 100. 100. That's 100 even. What if we want to say 105? We would say 105. So 100 changes into ciento when you have more than 100. ¿Cómo se dice 107? 107. ¿Cómo se dice 100? 100. Good job. Let's learn 200, 300, 400. Repeat after me. 200. 300. 400. So we're saying 200s, 300s, 400s. 200. 300. 400. Here's 500. Repeat after me. 500. One more time. 500. 500. 600, 7, and 800 go back to our pattern of 2, 3, and 400. Repeat after me for 600. 600. 700. 800. 900. 900. Now, let's do 100 through 900. Repeat after me. 100. 200. 300. 400. 500. 500. 600. 700. 800. 900. Great job. Here is 1,000. Repeat after me. 1000. 1000. Here is million. Millón. Millón. And billion would be 1000 millones. One more time. 1000 millones. What we're saying is 1,000 million. Okay, buen trabajo. Good work. That's a lot, so I would again advise to repeat this section, memorize everything you've just heard, then move on to the practice section that's coming. Now, ¿cómo se dice 7 en español? 7. ¿Cómo se dice 43 en español? 43. ¿Cómo se dice 18 en español? 18. Excelente, buen trabajo. Let's move on to some Bible references. Here's how you say the Bible book, chapter, and verse, and this is a good way to practice your numbers. Here's how you say in the book of. El libro de, the book of. Repeat after me. El libro de. The word for chapter is capítulo. Capítulo. And you can say verse two different ways. You could say the word versículo, versículo, or you could use the word verso, verso. So let's practice. John 3:16 would be said this way. El libro de Juan, capítulo 3, verso 16. So what I just said, the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16. One more time. El libro de Juan, capítulo 3, verso 16. Let's move on. Repeat after me. El libro de Josué, capítulo 1, verso 8. What did we just say? The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. El libro de Salmos, capítulo 23. The book of Psalms, chapter 23. El libro de Filipenses, capítulo 4, versículo 13. The book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13. El libro de Mateo, capítulo 6, versículo 33. The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 33. El libro de Isaías, capítulo 40, versículo 31. The book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. El libro de Proverbios, capítulo 3, verso 5. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Here we're going to leave off el libro de, because many times in English we would say Romans 12 and 1. Here's how you would say Romans 12 and 1. Romanos 12, 1. So let's go back to using the book of, chapter, and verse for good practice. El libro de Hechos, capítulo 18, verso 10. The book of Acts, chapter 18, verse 10. El libro de Génesis, capítulo 1, verso 1. The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1. El libro de Efesios, capítulo 2, verso 9. I'm going to say this last reference at normal speed. See what you can catch. El libro de Hebreos, capítulo 13, verso 5. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 5. Buen trabajo, excelente. Good work, excellent. Gracias por estar aquí. Thanks for being here on the Nuevo Spanish podcast. Remember, every day you need to be listening to something in Spanish, saying something in Spanish, and reading something in Spanish. We're trying to provide you every type of free opportunity that we can to help you learn Spanish with a purpose, and that is to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you would like to learn more, go to nuevospanish.com where you can enroll in our online language academy, purchase our Nuevo Spanish for Beginners course, and please listen to Nuevo Spanish podcast wherever you're at, because if you're at home, on your commute, wherever you are, we want to be there helping you learn Spanish with a purpose. Ciao, hasta luego.